everyone, my name is Disney Miss Lizzie and welcome to today's video. Since 2006, Disney have acquired 3 leading film studios: Pixar, Lucasfilms including all its rights to Star Wars, Marvel, and more recently, 20th Century Fox. And with those partnerships have also come the back catalogues of those studios. For 20th Century Fox, it includes Anastasia, Deadpool, X-Men, and The Simpsons. But back before The Simpsons were even a consideration for Disney, Marge, Homer, Bart, Lisa and Maggie originally started off as shorts on The Tracey Ullman Show in the late 1980s. The main appeal for The Simpsons was their use of references and jokes aimed at an older, more adult audience. The first time that something like this had been achieved by an animated show. This paved the way for features like Aladdin and Shrek to use a similar style of humour. Over the years, the show has grown and evolved into becoming tamer with its use of violence. But when they were first on the air, many perceived The Simpsons to be shocking and a bad influence towards modern families, especially children, who could be affected by the mischievous, rude, and bratty Bart.
I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. There's no way they can prove anything.
His motto of being an underachiever and proud of it was a cause of concern that led to several schools in the States banning Bart Simpson t-shirts. They were even condemned by President George Bush, who advocated that he would make families a lot more like the Waltons and less like the Simpsons when addressing a religious entertainment conference. The First Lady Barbara Bush also described them as being the dumbest thing I've ever seen on television. But over the 34 years, The Simpsons have reigned the airwaves and have been commissioned for another 2 seasons, taking it up to 36. They've also broken numerous records, not only for being the longest running animated series in history, but they're also the animated series with the most Emmy Awards. Now, we may be asking, both fans and non-fans alike, if there is an end to The Simpsons in sight. But I have a better question, possibly a bigger question. Since The Simpsons are now property of Disney, does that make Marge and Lisa Disney princesses? Before we start, I just wanted to say a huge thank you for checking out the channel. If you like what I do and would like to know more, please hit the subscribe button, like and share this video, and leave plenty of comments as well. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. The Disney Princess franchise was founded in 2001 by former Disney president Andy Mooney. He was inspired by this after going to watch Disney on Ice and seeing the reaction fans had by dressing up as their favourite characters. The original lineup for Disney princesses was Snow White, Cinderella, Tinkerbell, Aurora, Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Pocahontas, Esmeralda, and Mulan. But Tinkerbell was dropped shortly afterwards to headline the Disney Fairies lineup. Esmeralda was then removed in 2004 due to a lack of sales and difficulty in marketing to younger audiences. Since then, 5 other princesses have joined the lineup: Tiana, Rapunzel, Merida, Moana, and Raya, taking it up to 13 characters. For Disney princesses to receive their official title and coronation, yes, there is a coronation at Disneyland, the characters must meet this criteria. They must be the hero in their own movie. They cannot have been introduced during a Disney sequel. They must either be from royalty, marry into royalty, or have performed a heroic deed. They cannot be animals and must share some humanoid traits. This is why Nana from The Lion King has not been included. The audience must have a connection with them. Their films cannot overperform or underperform at the box office, and they cannot be live action. Giselle from Enchanted, for example, was turned down due to issues with royalties and using Amy Adams' likeness. Characters also cannot be brought over from other franchises, like Fox. But we're going to ignore this rule, otherwise it's going to be the first 2 rules in which we can look at, in which both Marge and Lisa do score, is the leading of their own franchise and how much revenue they've brought in.
Since the beginning, Marge and Lisa have been part of the main Simpsons lineup and were also included in the main lineup of the Simpsons movie, released in 2007, which earned a staggering $536.4 million globally, outperforming Encanto and Wreck-It Ralph. Okay, so far both Marge and Lisa have scored 2 points on the Disney Princess list. But let's look at heroic deeds. Over the 34 years that The Simpsons have been on the air, Marge and Lisa have done their fair share of heroic performances. Lisa's have included foiling Bart's nemesis Sideshow Bob from murdering her brother and stopping him from blowing up Springfield. Lisa has also tackled sexism at the Malibu Stacy Company and the corrupt politics that surrounded the Little Miss Springfield beauty pageant. Lisa has also saved her puppies from being murdered by Mr. Burns and brought Bleeding Gums Murphy the recognition that he deserved after his sudden death. Marge's heroic deeds include stopping an illegal counterfeit gene ring in her garage. Or car hole, I should say. In Season 8, she helped to stop a boat from crashing into the lighthouse, which did work, but it collided with a rock instead, providing Springfield with a shipment of hot pants. So, yeah, I'll take that as a heroic deed. But Marge is also the rock of the Simpsons family. She taught Bart at home when he was expelled from Springfield Elementary. She helped Lisa to be herself when she was suffering from depression in Season 2. And she is the most incredibly patient and supportive wife to Homer. These may be small deeds, but for me, they are at least heroic.
Now, Marge and Lisa are both on 3 points each, which is good. So what about likeability with the audience? Let's start with Lisa. Well, various lists and polls and internet articles always put Lisa as the least liked Simpsons character. For me personally, she's been my hero since I was 6 years old. I loved the way that she was passionate about her causes, she loved her animals, and she loved music. But some of the reasons I've just listed are why people dislike her so much.
According to comments from the website Scream Rant, fans are tired of Lisa's bleak outview on life, her need to be considered the genius of Springfield, and for having the worst episode in Simpsons history. Ouch. Other comments say that Lisa is disliked because she forces her beliefs on the rest of her family, or belittling others when she doesn't agree with them. With that, Lisa has failed to meet the Disney Princess criteria. But what about Marge?
Well, Marge hasn't favoured well either. Reddit users have discussions on Marge's inability to parent, her lack of tolerance for other people, and for just not being an exciting character. So Marge hasn't passed the test either. However, if we were to look at Bart and Homer, then we would be seeing 2 new Disney princesses.
Throughout the years, Bart and Homer have performed a heck of a lot of heroic deeds. Homer has saved the nuclear power plant on several occasions. Okay, most of these were down to him, but he did save it.
And he also helped his mum escape from Mr. Burns when he tried to track her down and arrest her. This is arguably one of the most touching and saddest moments in Simpsons history.
Bart has also faced his fair share of heroic and dangerous deeds. For example, Bart saved Santa's little helper from Mr. Burns and even put himself in danger when rescuing him, talking to him, reminding him who he was. Bart's other heroic deed was listening to Jebediah Springfield during Season 1's The Telltale Head. Jebediah told him that to be a hero, you sometimes had to be brave, which Bart did, and Bart was forgiven by the spirit of Jebediah Springfield. He has also foiled Sideshow Bob on several occasions, not just for murdering his Aunt Selma in the Season 3 episode Black Widow, but he also fooled Sideshow Bob into singing the entire HMS Pinafore when trying to think of an escape plan. As well as this, Bart and Homer do have a natural rapport with their fan base, meaning that Bart and Homer have passed the Disney Princess test.
Ay, caramba!
If Marge and Lisa have passed the test, then it's interesting to ask which Disney Princess era they would be most suited in. If we look at the development of the Disney princesses, it could be argued that Marge would be more suited to the Golden and Silver era. Marge's childhood reflects the classic fairy tale narrative. She was bullied by her 2 older sisters, Patty and Selma, and was forced to do traditional household chores, similar to that of Cinderella. She also caught the attention of the Springfield prince, Artie Ziff. Marge has also been wooed by the villainous Mr. Burns, Although these weren't necessarily seen in the Golden and Silver era, I mention these because Disney princesses have been wooed by the villains, so say for example Gaston with Belle or Anna and Hans. But in the Golden and Silver era, the villains tended to be the older woman. But this is another video for another time. As for Lisa, her heroic deeds are far more action-packed than maybe Marge's. She also has the feistiness and independence of the more Renaissance princesses, like that of Ariel and Tiana. That's all we have time for today, but thank you so much for checking out this video. Again, if you like what I do, then please hit the subscribe button, share and like this video, and please leave some comments as well. I'd love to read them. And you can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Anyway, have an awesome day and I will see you very soon. Bye guys, bye!